Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about an overview of the modern classroom. So in a traditional classroom, the teacher might come in and do a lecture for 20 or 30 minutes and then give kids time to practice that new concept. And then the next day to do another lecture to the whole class and then have that concept be practiced. The problem with this technique is that not everyone needs the same amount of time to learn something and to practice something. Some are a little faster, some a little more time. As a teacher, you have to try to thread that balance and try to hit sort of a mid-ground there. Modern classroom takes a different take. It says, hey, we have all this great technology these days, let's start using it. So the three pillars of modern classroom, the first is called blended instruction. This is where we're going to use a lot of technology to deliver that sort of lecture format stuff and new information to you. So I'll create videos, instructional videos for you, also select readings and allow you to do your own research on stuff. So that's blended in terms that there's lots of different ways that you'll be learning new things. The one way you won't be learning new things is by me doing a lecture in front of the whole class. You'll be learning it on your own or in small groups. This allows a self-paced structure. So this allows you that if you need more time to take notes or to think about things or to get information, you can take that time. If you'd like to go a little faster, if you want to speed that video up, you can. So you can move through the unit at your own pace. At the end of the unit, we'll all take a unit test together, so we'll sync back up and start the new unit together. But for a unit, you'll be working as individuals and small groups to move through the different ideas. And then the last pillar is mastery-based grading. So this is also a really cool structure. I think this is probably gonna be your favorite part of it, is that instead of taking waiting to the end of the unit and taking one big test and then failing it or passing it or whatever happens to you and then moving on to the next unit, every time you learn something, you're gonna be taking a really small quiz about that one thing. And that's going to let us know whether you've got the idea or you need some more practice. And you don't move on to the next objective until you master the first one. So it'll be a really good way, I think, to be able to not fall behind. The other nice thing about this is if you're ever absent for a day or a few days, you can actually just pick up where you left off instead of having missed out on all that learning in between. So I think it's going to be a really good approach to how we do things. But it's going to look and feel a little different. Most days in the class, you're never going to see me do a big lecture to everyone. I might have a quick conversation, but I'll be freed up to spend more time of my day working individually in small groups. All right, in terms of responsibilities, student responsibilities, really you've got to start getting good at asking for help. So when you're confused about something, you have to ask your partners for help, ask me for help. You've got to be more aware of that. You need to stay organized. So because I'm not going to be dictating exactly what you're doing every day, you're going to need to be able to stay organized, to keep yourself in the right place and moving forward. You're going to need to use progress trackers. So I'll show you, hey, exactly what order you need to be doing things in. You'll have some choice as to what things you're doing to learn the material, but you need to keep pace in there. And then the last one is that keep pace part. So if you fall behind, you're going to have to work outside of class to catch back up. And I'll let you know what on pace is always. And in terms of teacher responsibilities, so my responsibility is to design lessons that are focused and flexible. So I'll try to give you as much choice as I can. I'll get those mastery checks you're taking all the time. I'll get those graded and returned to you the next day, hopefully always. If not, grade them right there in class with you. And then I'm going to spend most of my time now in class instead of doing a lecture. I'm going to spend my time helping people one-on-one and in small groups. So if I notice there are several people who don't quite have an idea yet of a concept, I might pull that group aside and just say, hey, let's spend some time together figuring out how to make this make sense. And then I'm going to also help you keep track of your progress, but keeping track of your progress and making progress towards the end is ultimately your responsibility. I can help motivate you and let you know where you should be, but in the end, you've got to be the one that sits down and does the work. All right, awesome. That's it for this video. Have a great day.